Bell rings, get in the square circle, it's time. The Boxing Biz podcast is live. Call in and state your mind, but get checked if you're stepping out of line. Jab right hand combination. We're interviewing fighters from every nation. The phone lines are busy. Have some patience. Your 3 minutes are up. No more conversations. The Boxing Biz, where we handle our business. Handle your business. We handle our business. We handling our business, and Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis definitely handled their business last night, man. Listen, let's get into it, man. Listen, it was late last night. I didn't come on right away for a post show or anything like that. I was actually, enjoying watching the fights. But I mean, a lot of us saw it this way, and we that believe in Gervonta Davis know that he has that power. He has the ability to change a fight with one punch. Somebody that we've known for a fact that's been able to do that, Deontay Wilder. And plenty of times when, we've seen Deontay Wilder, even in the slightest bit of trouble, we've always known that he has the capacity to take you out with one punch. And that's what we saw last night. Just want to say thank you for everybody that's tuning in. And, if you guys caught the fight, shit, man, it was I know that for a fact there's some record-breaking numbers here. And there was also some other good fights on the card. Melkuziev versus Rosado. Rosado's having fun at this point in his career. He still was able to manage. He actually managed to stay relatively not untouched, but safe. I never saw him in a position where he was hurt real bad. But obviously my man Melkuziev is back, as he's well known for. He's a type of guy that he's at a stage in his career where he's hungry, he's young, and it was redemption for him. I don't know, you got to ask yourself if you're losing to a Gabriel Rosado, if you're going back and just to the drawing board and really just pretty much just concentrating on getting yours back. And a lot of fighters don't actually get that opportunity. So Beck was able to go back and correct his mistake, as he said that he was just too inexperienced or too anxious in that fight. They got him caught with that heavy shot by Gabe, but Gabe, he's a veteran and he's able to do this Gabe will capitalize on any of these fighters that are up and coming. He has the experience and he's been in battles, and he knows at this point in his career, in his boxing IQ wise, he's able to do much more. Now physically, obviously, Father Time starts kicking your ass, so you're just not the same. But yeah, other than that, Kevin Salgado Zambrano got taken out by Elijah. And what other fight was on? Oh yeah, Vito. Vito got a devastating knockout, man. Watch out for Vito. Vito's definitely going to be taking guys out. All right, and let's see. How do we get into this, man? Look, bro. It happened the way I said it was going to happen. It was going to be a knockout. Now, I never expected it to be a body shot knockout, And when I say never, I was just, I'm used to seeing Gervonta Davis really take guys out with these headshots. So, it's something that we were all waiting for. But, if you want to just talk regular boxing and what the sweet science is, the smaller guy is always closer to the body. So obviously, the obvious shot, that he should have been throwing more often was the body shot. It's closer, and it works great against taller opponents. Now, my man did lose. Garcia lost, but he didn't lose bad, like super. Look, getting knocked out is worse than the body shot, I think, visually. I've seen guys roll around with on the canvas for a body shot, but if you really look at, the way he reacted, he tried fighting, played poker in there, Ryan Garcia. He tried to do what a veteran would do, but when you get hit in those floating ribs, man, in that liver area, it's just a whole nother feeling, and sometimes you can't fight it. And for a second there, you could kind of see that Ryan Garcia was going to try to get up, but it didn't allow him to. And I know that the critics are going to come out trying to take his head off, saying that he should have got up, and he doesn't have heart. Man, you guys don't know shit. Some of these shots are devastating. Ask Campbell when he got hit by Garcia. It was debilitating shots. And when Tank actually threw it, yeah, it didn't look like he torqued a lot, but I think it was more the camera angle to it and the way he actually threw that punch. There was no real need for him to go wide with that. He came exactly, a nice short hook, and Garcia just had it wide open, man, wide open. He was wide open, man. And what I liked about Ryan Garcia post fight was that he actually was, pretty fair in his assessment, of what mistakes he had made in there. Not too many excuses. Obviously sometimes you're gonna kind of fall into trying to talk about what he should have done and could have done, but for the most part, Ryan Garcia was pretty much, he stood tall. He stood tall on in defeat. And again, my man Ryan Garcia had Gervonta Davis on the back foot, and it was crazy to me the way this actually started. I know that Ryan Garcia is a guy that likes to push the pace, and for a while in the first 3-4 rounds too, I was just like, man, is this all we're going to see? Gervonta Davis on the back foot, and Gervonta was just so good at keeping Ryan Garcia off balance that I think that really frustrated Ryan Garcia. And I think that that's what led. That was one of the reasons. One of the things that led to that over aggression that he was ultimately had to pay the price for. Gervonta Davis did a lot of good things in there. One of those things was that ability to keep Ryan Garcia off balance and fighting off the back foot. And we know that Gervonta Davis can be real dangerous on the back foot. He knocked Romero out just like that on the back foot. So the power is there even if he's on the defense. And I think that from the beginning of the camp, not the camp, but even in the camp, I'm pretty sure this is what they worked on. Counter shots. When you got a devastating puncher like Gervonta Davis, and he's in there hitting you with counter shots, it's a different story. Some guys can hit you with a counter punch and keep hitting you with a counter punch. Floyd Mayweather, for example, he would catch you with the step back right hand all day throughout the fight, and eventually he'd start beating the shit out of you with that, right? But in comparison to Gervonta Davis, the power that separates is crazy. The power that he has in one shot and one counter shot can end your fight. And I think that they knew this, and they know this as a team. And they said, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna let him attack, fill him out, start frustrating him. And it was working. And they were talking shit to each other too on there. I don't know what they were saying, but I'm pretty sure that they were talking this shit. It gets emotional in there sometimes. Guys talking shit to each other. Left hook. I mean, look, Ryan Garcia had success too. He had a couple of right hands that landed on Gervonta. And even though Gervonta's saying that he was never hurt, I'm pretty sure that lit up a light bulb over your head when you got hit with that right hand. Got hit with a couple of right hands, couple of hooks. Ryan Garcia didn't throw enough uppercuts, in my opinion, man. When he would throw them, he would have success. He was actually, landing some good shots to the midsection. And it was a shame that he didn't throw more. And I'm always an advocate for the uppercut, especially for tall guys, man. Listen, the shorter guy is always going to be susceptible to that uppercut. The way that they even in the matter that they have to come in order to, place their attacks against the taller fighter. It's gonna put them in a position that they'll be susceptible to that punch. Um, Grey Goosen. I mean, I don't know how much Grey Goosen added to what I had kind of in maybe confident, like pretty good way of bringing up their fighters in a way where it makes them confident. But I didn't see no crazy fancy stuff. I did see a dog in Ryan Garcia. Yeah, I gotta put respect on his name, man. Listen, he's going up to 140. 140's next. 140-pound division. He says he's feeling comfortable. He's on his way there. Let's see. Let's see how he does in that division. Got some monsters in that division. Let's go real quick and see if I could bring up some highlights from last night's fight, man. I really wanted to just kind of like go over some of the stuff that we talked about in the fight breakdown. If you didn't catch that show, make sure you go catch it. It's on the Boxing Biz YouTube channel as well as on the Alex Doomsday Linus channel. We did a breakdown on Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis. And I was telling y'all, man, Gervonta Davis has that uppercut, man. That uppercut is dangerous. Took a swig of his water. Gervonta Davis uppercut. And you know what's crazy, man? Gervonta Davis has not just one uppercut. He has a variation of these uppercuts, man, that he generates so much power. Mike Tyson type of power. I mean, Ryan Garcia had some power last night. I'm not going to lie to you. But the type of aggressiveness in the power that Gervonta dishes out is a little different, man. That left hand, after Ryan Garcia missed the left hook for the fourth time. I mean, I don't know if it was consecutively the fourth time, but he missed it a few times, before he got hit with that shot. And you got to ask yourself, like, when you're fully committing to that hook, you're committing and distributing all of your weight with that punch. And with that being said, you can be caught in a bad position. And I think that, and if you guys listen, he got hit with a left hand right in the left side of the cheek. All right. Now, what usually happens, you know what I'm saying? If I throw my left hand, it's going to hit me in the right side, but it hit him in the left. Hit Ryan Garcia straight on the left side. That means he was caught almost in the Philly roll. Like, got him ugly, man. That was bad. Got my machine over here turning on. Yeah, that was really, really bad, man. Man, let me see who's on. My man Anthony Johnson in the building. Supreme Tax. Shout out to y'all, man. Listen, I'm talking post show right now, bro. We went over a lot of stuff on the fight breakdown, man, and there's a lot of y'all that was talking a lot. Where's Robert the Genius at? He was standing tall on Ryan Garcia. He almost, I mean, the first round was telling. I mean, there was no stepping back for Ryan Garcia. He was in there to go straight at him. Supreme Tax. What up, champ? You already know, man. This is the Boxing Biz YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, man. Stop playing. You'll never know when I'm going live if you don't hit the notification bell. This is our third weekend on the 3 p.m. show on Saturday. So if you didn't catch yesterday's show, the fight breakdown, it is every Saturday at 3 p.m. Today's Sunday. We got 3 p.m. post-show discussions. Where does Gervonta Davis go next? There's a lot of heads to be put on that mantle. There's a lot of hunting to do. There's some monsters out here. Don't act like there isn't. There's some monsters out here, and you got to go, you You got to go for the gusto with some of these guys, man. You know, everybody wants to see Haney and Shakur in there with Tank. Man, God, the social media is so funny. They posted a freeze frame shot, Tank on the turnbuckle, you know, talking to the crowd, and in the deep end, you see Devin Haney just looking at him, and they put a thought cloud over Devin Haney, and it said, "He really is him." Gah! Oh man, he really is him. It is. It is him. I should have known it by the 15th time that he knocked the guy out. Should have known by then. Because at the end of the day, you know, this has been proven already. And this was like, look, I mean, it's not like we didn't know that this was gonna happen, you know. I mean, we knew somebody was getting knocked out. I told y'all somebody was gonna get knocked down for sure. Somebody was gonna get knocked down, and it was Ryan Garcia. He got up though, man. In my opinion, he got up way too fast on that knockdown. Way too fast, and he got kind of timid afterwards as well. You know, listen, experience. You know, and Gervonta still said in the post press conference, yeah, even though he didn't want to spit it out, you know, Gervonta was kind of, he did a Godfather right before he said it. Yeah, he was the best fighter. He best fighter. So, you know, Gervonta's faced a lot of guys. So he gave him some due, you know, he gave him some props. But Ryan Garcia's got business up at the 140-pound division. Who do you want to see him in there with? Remember, this is a call-in show. We'll be opening up the phone lines in a little bit. 1-856-624-3369. Boom, boom, boom. Where y'all see my man Ryan going to next on the 140-pound division? Who introduces him into the 140-pound division? My man Tanky ain't playing around with y'all. Tanky staying at the 135, taking on Devin Haney or Shakur. I don't think. Do you still want to see Tank versus Lomachenko? I mean, look, Vasili's in there. You know, he's got some business to handle, him and Devin. So, I mean, I think that Devin Haney obviously sells more, but I don't know if Tank is interested in it, man. The way he was at the post press conference when they asked him about Devin. He was pretty much like, I don't want to talk about him. This is my moment. You know, I don't know if it's something that Devin might have said or anything like that. You know, you just never know what's going on. You know, you can only follow so much of the social media and banter. But yeah, definitely didn't want to even talk about Haney. Holy smokes, who's that right there? Who's that? It's A Faluculo. What my man? I hope I said that right. A Faleculo too. Shout out Doomsday. What up, champ? You already know, man. We're doing the post-fight live show, man. I just gotta say, listen, it to me right now, you know, if there's anybody that's gonna give Tank any type of business, man, it's got to be Shakur for me, bro. I'm not, you know, I'm a little biased, maybe, you know, being as though I'm from Jersey out here, you know, Elizabeth Newark area and all that. So maybe it's that, but maybe it's also because what I see is what I saw last night with the speed that Ryan Garcia had, you know, Shakur Stevenson, and I mean, I think I've heard Shakur even say that a couple of times. Shakur Stevenson actually, you know, isn't the fastest, isn't the hardest hitting, but he just does everything so well. You know, he does everything so well. He's very calm and collected, right? I think that boxing IQ is what separates Shakur from a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys that the Tanks faced, especially, right? Even though, you know, see, we're not talking trigonometry and fucking science and all that shit. We're talking about boxing IQ. Tank displayed that last night. Shakur Stevenson, however, has a bit more, in my opinion, than Ryan Garcia. I mean, levels, there's levels. Ryan Garcia can still do damage, can still grow from this. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, look, a loss at this point is not going to determine, anything. He can go and do good. But, Shakur Stevenson, man, he's going to be going up that week too. He's going to be going up there too. So, Ryan's going to have to definitely learn a lot pretty quickly, because when you're talking about if we're going to talk about the three-headed Hydra monster that makes up those top guys, man, it's Tank, Shakur, and Devin, right? Who else? JD Blanca in the building. Tank gonna fight Pitbull again. I mean, did you hear something I did, my brother? Because who wants to see that fight? Who wants to see that again? I mean, it was a close fight and everything. Shit, man. You know what? I probably would like to see that fight again. Now that I'm thinking about it. Pitbull did give him some competition, man. But the reason I was hesitant to accept that, JD, is because at the end of the day, Pitbull was dangerous. Do you really want to go back down, down the road that leads into the wolves? You want to do, as a businessman too, and the people that work in the business aspect of Tank's career. Do you really want to take a risk with Pitbull Cruz? Woo! That little guy was probably the guy that had Tank the most flustered. And I'll tell you what, if you're gonna do comparison about who did better, Pitbull or Ryan, I'm gonna have to say that Ryan Garcia, up until where he got caught like that and ultimately got finished with the body shot. He still showed that he just needs experience, right? But he showed more control in the pace against Tank. And I know Pitbull had similar success in that aspect of what I just said, but there was a difference in the presence because Pitbull is smaller. You know what I mean? He's a smaller guy. He doesn't have the reach advantage, and he didn't have the speed that Ryan had. But when you see the fight with Pitbull, I would be like, damn, Tank looks really flustered. I never saw Tank really flustered with Ryan Garcia. So I think that Pitbull, in my opinion, gave Tank more of a run for his money. I think that I would want to see that again. JD, man, if there's talk about that, who's talking, man? Who's talking that talk? When? Tank wants to be in the ring again soon, and so does Ryan. Obviously, you want to stay active, but I mean, look, I guess that's a good fight to come back around. Guy you fought already, guy you feel like you could do better with. I don't know who else Gervonta would who Gervonta would try to go up against. Hector Luis Garcia got smashed, so that's not worthy. Yeah, it's not pretty. Would you guys see a Rolando Romero again? Does he go back down that way? I mean, if he gives Pitbull a chance, why not Rolly? Rolly and Tank had some pretty good numbers, huh? Rolly and Tank. I mean, that's another beef that people would like to see. But now Isaac Cruz definitely, 12 rounder. Maybe wants to nail the coffin. I mean, hit the last nail in the coffin on that one. Finish him. Gamboa took him to 12 rounds out also, though. But my man Gamboa is getting old. Jose Garcia in the building. He says, and they have more tools. He says the black fighters cheat and they have more tools. What do you mean they cheat? And what tools are you talking about? We're gonna have to be clear, Champy. Jose Garcia says the black fighters cheat and they have more tools. You're gonna have to explain that, champ. You're sounding crazy right now. You sounding like you're out of this world. Bang. Anthony Johnson says Tank versus Devin Loma winner. Tank versus Devin Loma winner. Okay, so what's more interesting, Devin or Loma? Both fights are interesting. Devin Haney and Lomachenko, that's going to be an interesting fight in its own. And at this point, I got to say that the stars are aligned. I think Devin's going to a level of control in that fight that's really, really, really going to be, it's really going to separate again the opinion that some of the doubters have in Devin Haney. Devin Haney is an excellent fighter, and he stays disciplined too. I never hear of Devin Haney, out of whack or doing something out of line, or and you just don't hear anything crazy about the kid. He's always on point, so you got to give him that. Uh, Jose Garcia says holding a lot. All right, so that's not cheating. That's part of the sport, champ. And guess what? Whether Tank wants to admit it or not, I'm pretty sure he felt some of those punches and he needed to grab. I don't want to hear it. Listen, these guys are taught PR, in order for them to, stay shining on the camera too. You don't want to sound bad sometimes. You want to stay cocky. You want to stay, like you knew it all. You don't know it all. When you're in that ring, you don't know it all. You can fool the other guys. You ain't fooling me. It happened the way it happened though. And he was victorious. Holding a lot though, bro. That's not cheating. I don't, especially when I saw that Garcia actually caught him with a few good shots, and when he pressed him, yeah, nah, I don't think it was cheating. And if you really see, Jose, if you really see what happened, Garcia actually benefited from those holds. If you really look, Garcia was super aggressive in those holds, and he actually caught Tank. You know what I'm talking about. So you want to talk about that the holding is cheating, but you don't want to talk about how Garcia benefited in those holds. I mean, he was relentless, pushing Tank back, punching him on the top of the head, side of the head, or borderline back of the head. Come on. Might have been holding, but Garcia wasn't no. Listen, Garcia's a lot of you guys that got Garcia in this little mold of a pretty boy, nice guy. He wasn't nice at all last night. That kid was in there trying to get aggressive. I'm talking about high guard all day in your face. Jose Garcia said, okay, well, Latino fighters do home. Yo, no la cagues, homie. Deja de cagarla, bro. La estás cagando bien cagada. Jose Garcia. Bro, what planet are you from, champ? What planet are you from? Yeah, this man is crazy. Bro, Jose, don't say shit like that, bro. You sound crazy, man. He said holding as a tool for the black fighters. What the fuck you mean? I'm a Spanish guy and I fought. I listen, there is so many advantages that you can get on the hold. And look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Gervonta, and shout out to Coach Calvin too, man. Like, y'all don't understand. He teaches his fighters to punish. Shout out to my coach, Coach Hawk. He would teach me to punish guys. You know what I'm saying? And this is the style that he has, right? He'll hold, but then he'll bump you. Little nudge here, open up the space, and wreck you. So you could do a lot. You could punch off the hold. You could do a lot off the hold, man. Holding is not don't pigeonhole that part of boxing. Bro, what do you mean who holds in boxing? I'm gonna have to go back and do a whole show. Don't you think, why do you think it's holding is allowed? It's part of the sport. Come on, Jose. You listen, Jose, if you don't like holding, just say you don't like holding. And if you Mexican, I get it. If you the diehard style, Mexican style, I get it. You don't like the holding, but you gotta understand, bro. Holding is part of boxing. This is why it's allowed. Ryan Garcia held when he had to hold. I know he didn't hold a lot, but if you look back on fights, man, listen, everybody uses the hold. And for the most part, Garcia should have never been on the inside. Go back and see the fight breakdown show that we did yesterday at 3 p.m. And y'all didn't catch it because y'all didn't have the notification bell on or the subscription. Y'all didn't have nothing. Y'all didn't even know it was on. We did the breakdown show. He should have never been on the inside. And he said it post press conference. He was like, I should have just kept jab, jab, slip out, jab, jab, and kept playing the game. He lost the game of patience. He lost patience. He even said it himself. He got bored. Jose, listen, bro. I coach guys. All right, champ. That is an offensive tool that I use. And some of the guys that I've trained will probably come on here right now, tell you. You can do massive, massive destruction off the hold. There's little tricks in the trade. We're not talking about regular 1-2 punch boxing. We're talking about chess. We're talking about let's manipulate some situations. You know what I mean? Veteran shit. Speaking about veteran shit, shout out to my man Tony Yayo visiting the Doomatron on the 3 p.m. Sunday post show. Make sure y'all tune in on Saturdays for the 3 p.m. fight breakdown. Yeah, man. Tony Yayo says Ryan Garcia should fight Subriel Matias as his comeback fight. See, that's a dangerous fight. And if he's able to put a guy like Subriel away, that's a damn good introduction into the 140-pound division. I don't know who they slip in there, but Garcia is dangerous, man. I'm confident. I put Garcia against any of these guys. I'm Subriel, Ryan Garcia, sign me up. I got Ryan all day. And Subriel's dangerous. That's a dangerous guy. That guy is, he's a very, very crude, durable guy. But I wanted to share some of the highlights from last night so we could just pick it apart, right? Fight breakdown, I was saying, the uppercut. The uppercut was turned out. And look, I don't know in what category or what kind of fusion of a punch you want to call the punch that knocked Ryan Garcia down in the second round, but it was like a upper hook. You know what I'm saying? Listen, whatever it was, it looked like an uppercut that turned into something else. It just the velocity on it was incredible. This is something that Tank can do. Generate a lot of power, and it comes from that velocity. He wants to knock your head off, man. But anyway, that it was like an uppercut hook that caught Garcia, and Garcia called it an overhand left. But I mean, it looked like it came from the bottom. It's just got to go back and look at it, and I think we're gonna look at it right now when I put up the highlights on the screen, so we can go ahead and take a look at it. Shit, man, Robert the Genius. Shit, he said, let me put your comment up too, man, because you was talking the talk, man. You was rooting for your boy Ryan, bro. I mean, look, man, it didn't happen, man. Guy still left clean. And Robert the Genius says it was a mollywop. Got hit with the ultra combo, with the ultra punch. Got hit with the ghost punch, bro. Call him the ghost man. Let me see if I missed anybody in the comment. Yeah, leveraged, hella leverage. Look, that is part of Jose's talking about put you up too, champ. Tank is not as strong as you think. It's the leverage on his punches. Yeah, he has good leverage. He generates good power. And leveraging your weight and being able to distribute your weight right. He's a lot of fast twitch muscles, man. If you want to get real deep into the whole science of what this kid can do, man, he's generating a lot of power very fast. Remember, he's compact, so that allows him to generate even more power with his own weight on his punches. So your arm is closer. That's why when you're on the inside, you throw short hooks. You have more weight behind your hook. Not saying that it could be stronger than a long range hook, because you could leverage those, and you could. Tommy Hearns was definitely one of those guys that could leverage the length of his arms to generate a good amount of power. But yeah, Now, second round, Ryan Garcia gets knocked down. He gets up too fast. I think that um, that's something. Look, that's something you just got to only with experience, right? You get knocked down, you got to have that discipline, man, to say, hey, you listen, I just caught a bad one. Let me stay down here for like a little bit. Now, I don't know how much he felt of that punch, but to me, man, I mean, it looked the same. He says the Campbell's punch hurt more, but you look the same. Your arm was back, kind of bambied out a little bit. I don't know. Maybe he was pumping more adrenaline. Who knows? But no, that shot was a hard shot. He should have took a knee a little bit, took a breather. I don't know how much more that would have helped him in the mistake that he made and trying to get too aggressive with Gervonta. But hey, you know, it's experience. You got to have the experience. The business TV champ. Got to take this water real quick. Hold on, y'all. Ain't nothing better than water. If there is, no, there isn't. Post-fight show, post-press conference. You got to hear some of the questions that were asked. Some of the people that went and visited the fighters. Conor McGregor, man, went back there and visited Ryan Garcia. Wants to do it again. Says without all the hydration, bullshit and all the other stuff, he wanted to see the rematch. I don't know if that ever happens. Tank's gonna have to eventually go up to 140. You think, or is that just it's two guys are too big up there? I don't know. Looks like he does well with these big guys. But real quick, man, I don't want to keep skipping the actual highlights. I want to share the highlights real quick. I want to just chop it up with you guys and kind of see again what was, the highlights of the fucking fight. Pretty much, this fight had a lot of action in pockets. For the most part, I'll be honest, I was a little worried that this fight was just going to be a 12-round, chase-a-thon. For the most part, Ryan Garcia was just chasing Gervonta around. Obviously, nobody was, expecting that body shot like that, but it was just a matter of time. I believed it. I was like, man, it's just going to be somebody's going to make a mistake, and it's just going to be a hard shot. There was no real constant action like a Earl Spence, Sean Porter type of fight. There wasn't none of that. Okay, let's go here. Bam. All right. Let's take a look at the at some of the highlights last night. If you guys are looking, Tony Yayo says Tank a small dude. Yeah, he's small, man, but he's a strong little guy, man. That's why they call him Tank. Generates good power. He commits. He knows he's the little guy, and when you see him step forward with his left hand, his right front foot steps in very aggressive forward, and then his left foot behind him is coming, to step even further to help him. Like, I don't know, you got to look at his footing. But anyway, let's get into the highlight here. All right, boom. There you go. You see right now, Ryan Garcia, he's constantly having to reset. This is something that Gervonta Davis is doing very, very good. As you can see, he steps left, he steps right. You see the hold. You see the hold, right? You see the hold. And Ryan was capitalizing. Yeah, the referee was not, he didn't care. He was like, man, you're going to have to find yourself on that one. Yeah, man. If you guys saw what I just put up right now, you saw that constant having to reset yourself. Ryan Garcia, he was getting frustrated. And he said it at the post, man. I'm getting bored. I was getting bored. I mean, look, man, it's part of the game. Can't get bored. This is for the marbles. You can't even be using words like that. Old school boxing in the building. What up, champ? Who you had last night? Gervonta? Garcia? Who you had? And if anybody had Gervonta, man, how much did Ryan Garcia impress y'all? I'll be honest with you, man. He impressed me pretty much. You know, uh, even though I knew his style and everything, I was just like, man, I think Gervonta's just gonna push him back from the beginning. You know, because that's usually what we see. But we see that when we have somebody pushing back, like a Isaac Pitbull Cruz, we get to see different wrinkles in Tank's game as in Rollies. You know, the last couple of guys he's taken out. It's a back step by with some hard counter shots. Tank all day. Yeah, everybody had Tank all day. I think that I knew, man. Probably like maybe like 4 cats I know. I had my man Ryan. I don't know where Ryan's Garcia's fan base lies, but shit. Around my talks and circles, they had Davis all day, you know. Your man Drake bet a millie, a straight millie, bro. Straight $1 million on Gervonta Davis. How it is to have the chips. Yo, $1 million on the man. I don't know what there was the return on $1 million, but I'm pretty sure it was a nice little pocket change for your man Drake. Excuse me. Yeah, phone line's going to be opening up. So if you guys want to call in, 1-856-624-3369. You could call in, Skype, satellite phone, Morse code, whatever. My man School Boxer said Team Light Skin stick together. He won $380K. Damn. $380,000 just because I said he's going to win. Yeah, that's the kind of guaranteed money, man, that Floyd Mayweather had guys on. That's why my man's everybody loved him. It's like, yo, we're just going to bet the house on you. We're just everything. Like anything I got, I'm just going to bet. You're guaranteed. That's hard body, bro. That's why we give Floyd his props, bro. He was out there chained up. How many chains you got to have around your neck? I don't know, but them shits look fire. My man was hitting all types of photons off the rocks on his neck, bro. He was scruffed out too. He's like, don't worry about the scruff. I got the chains on, champ. Tony Ayo says it was a 1-1 to 338 odds. Okay. You just hit me with some fucking trigonometry that I don't understand, but I'm gonna interpret that the odds brought him back. Okay. I could have won $38 buck if I bet 100, but I did not. Oh shit. I mean, that's 38% back. I mean, look, if you get some of you guys that bet, man, you got to start looking at it with a little bit more of the fucking like. And this is why you should tune in to True Pod, TRUE Pod, POD. That is another show that I definitely want you guys to check out. Shout out to Jonathan Hernandez, Kenny George, and the whole Truthful Taxes team. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually a tax preparer in all 50 states now and have a tax business. So, yeah, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. But yeah, they hired me as an engineer to help them produce their show, and definitely a cool and funny and a whole bunch of other stuff. But ultimately, jewels will be found in this podcast. It's a financial podcast, so go check it out, man. Guys want to get to know a little more about taxes, credit repair, some of the stories and stuff like that we have on the company. Is pretty cool. Free money, yeah. So $100. All that to say, $100. If I go into $100 investment, and it's a guaranteed investment, and I'm guaranteed to get 38, or let's just say even numbers, 40% back on top. 40%. I'm going for that. If it's guaranteed, obviously. So sometimes I know that like all the money's not there, but I think that what wasn't there was the faith. You know what I mean? Because like you got to have full faith, right? To put $1 million. I mean, look, Drake's lost. He loses money probably all the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta have some, to make, I guess, the amount you would make against the guy that's destined to lose, according to Vegas, you would be making a lot more if you bet and won. But yeah, everyone knew Tank would win money line. My man Tony, it's all right, champ. 38%. Should have stuck him. Should have hit him with the two. Let me see. Damn. So you would have had to bet like $300 to get back a hunch. Yeah. Let me see. Three. You would, for every 300, you would have got back 100, probably a little bit more. Let's see. So that you're talking about, yeah, you would have to have put like maybe 1,200 to get. Yeah, you guys got me doing math too early in the day. But let's get back to some of these highlights real quick. For all the people right now that are actually tuning in through, the YouTube right now, you guys can see the screen. If you're just listening, well, I'll try to describe it. But some more highlights, second round. And right now, I think what you guys are about to see is Davis miss another left hook. And I think that the pattern that he had was easily detected by an experienced Gervonta Tank Davis, man. He caught that so quick. And you could see him, you could see the focus in Tank's face every time he's ducking under these hooks. They're coming fast. But, it's not only that he's ducking under them fast, he was using his legs pretty good to dip down, and he had the right shell, shoulders high, every time he dipped that punch. And if this YouTube thing right here would like stop messing up, I would show you guys the rest of these highlights, but they're not working right now. So we're going to wait for that. The business says, the business TV, put you up on the top. Look out for Ryan giving up position, putting his front foot inside every time. Yeah, sometimes that could work with you, man. I mean, I saw that Tank, was controlling a lot of the footing. But sometimes these guys could step in, and I knew a guy in the gym that he would actually be on the inside all the time, and he would always get off these shots. But I don't know if he just trained that way. But yeah, it traditionally, the guy with the foot on the outside is the one with the advantage. All right, so this thing is not gonna work. So I'm just gonna say, hey, forget about it. Thought I had you guys with the highlights right now, man. But the highlight that I was getting ready to show you is just that, what I was just talking about, missing that left hook and creating a pattern. And it just took timing. If you look at the shot that Ryan Garcia got caught with, it was just the timing, man. Everything's timing. He ducked again, and he knew as soon as I duck, I'm gonna throw this punch with everything I got. He was looking at it. Every time he would duck, he wasn't throwing it right away. He was ducking down. He's like, I'm gonna pick up a pattern. If he does it more than twice, he's gonna do it a third time. And Tank, I'm telling you, man, when it comes to boxing IQ, we gotta give Gervonta Davis credit. Fights don't always are not always planned. I'm gonna knock this guy out or whatever. But what you practice in the gym, what you practice with your team, all that stuff, you eventually gotta show for it in the ring. All right, man. This is actually messing up my whole stream. Just trying to share a screen with you guys. Look at that. As soon as I stop sharing the screen, the freaking thing turns on. Crazy. Anyway. Sometime, okay, boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see if this thing shows now. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen again. Oh my god, what a fudging punch! He got punched silly. He got punched silly, man. All right, look, I'm gonna share the screen again. Hopefully, the internet gods are not trying to destroy my live stream right now. Jeez. All right, look, bam, right. Watch. Look how he misses with that left hook. He missed. One. He creates a pattern. One. Again. Two. Three. 3 times he misses. Another one. Bow. The left hand. Got him. Look at it again. Look at it again. That's if the internet gods allow it. which is pretty much not going to happen. But if you guys can pretty much just take a look at the three or four punches, three of them being the same exact left hook that Ryan misses, you can see Gervonta ducking under those hooks. Look, one, two, and then this one again. Boom! Ryan Garcia got careless, man. He got careless. He popped right back up. Look, I don't know if it was the right or wrong thing to do, but he managed to get up pretty good. Look at this. He misses, and right there. That's all it was. And again, it was like it was like a hook, a battering hook. I mean, I don't even know what if I can even call it a battering hook, but it's a variation of a hook with the arm being positioned like an uppercut, right? It's almost like you're hitting the guy with almost like a hammer fist, but you're not because you're not allowed to. But yeah, look, I'm gonna have to put it up again. I'm gonna have to put it up again because he really got me. He set him up so ugly. And I'm gonna freeze frame it right now for you guys so you can see exactly how much Ryan Garcia opens up. Shout out to my man over there at 10 Goose Boxing too, man. He been trying to teach Ryan Garcia since he was a kid. I saw a post come up, and he been trying to teach him, keep your hand up. Ryan Garcia throws his left hook, and he drops his right hand so bad. Look at it, y'all. Just look at it, man. Just look at it. Look, 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 look. You see this? Do you guys see this this right hand? Look how wide he is too with the left hook. I mean, Gervonta, I mean, look, this is a freeze frame, but if we're talking about maybe you could get it off with the left hand because you're throwing it. You know, it's the weapon, right? It's the one that's in the offensive, right? As far as arms, right? And the other one's the defensive arm. That one has to protect. And what's there, ladies and gentlemen? The left hand, right down the pipe. Now let's press play. Watch this now. Look at that. Look. I don't know what he's protecting down here. All right? But this hand was not up here. And if you see my man Isaac Pitbull Cruz in his fight, he was able to shield that famous Gervonta Davis uppercut because he had his guard up in the right position. He had it close. You know what I mean? He was able to stop the punch. Your man is not stopping anything right there. Look, happened again. Wakata. Look, opened up. Look, missed. Right? And this hand don't even come back up. Look at this hand. He's chilling. He's hanging out. He ain't worried about all of this. Look at this. Ear, cheek, everything's open. Bang! Toma. Oh, man. Look at his face, champ. I never seen so many ripples on somebody's face. Look like they threw a pebble in the pond. Look at Garcia's face, bro. And look, it is what it is. Super slow motion. Yeah, super slow motion like this internet right now, y'all. I swear to beans. I'm gonna have to take this off. Bang. All right. Stop sharing. Matter of fact. Literally, in order for this thing to get fixed. So, okay. What I miss over here on the comments, man. Like, okay, boom. Business TV, you're absolutely right. Sometimes I can work if you work. It right, but Ryan would do it with every shot. Yeah. Sometimes I can work it if you work it, right? But Ryan would do it with every shot. Big mistake. My man Fale Culo 2 says Tank did a great job controlling Ryan's lead hand. Kept it pinned while looking for openings reactions from Ryan. Very high IQ. Good mention, Fale. It's a good mention right there. He did. And I think at times Tank was overly leaving the stick out there at times, but he was doing a great job controlling that lead left hand. And it was part of his success and his entry also. His ability to control that lead left hand of Garcia's gave him the ability to actually come in and actually touch Garcia plenty of times throughout the fight. Man, Business TV says we like to call that the 45 degree, the 45 because of the angle. Shit, man, I never heard it called the 45, but when you're on the inside, you know, you know, current to, and when you're, bandaged up, you got a lot of more protection on the wrist. When you're in the street, you really don't got that. When you're in the ring, you got that all, wrapped up pretty nice. You mess with the wrist a little bit. Plus your wrists get conditioned when you're punching shit all your life. Listen, I'm going to open up the phone lines, 1-856-624-3369. Call in. Let us know how you watched the fight. Let us know if you made some money, man. Let us know if you made some money. Let us know if you called it. Who had it as a body shot finish? I know I didn't. I thought it was going to be. I knew somebody was getting knocked down, but I didn't know it was going to be a body shot finish in here. Even though I should have known, because Tank is the smaller fighter, and I'm always rooting for the smaller fighter to hit the body of the taller guy, man. But yeah, 1-856-624-3369. Call in, state your piece. Who does Tank fight next? Devin Haney? I mean, Devin got his hands for Loma, but I mean that's what the people want. Does he fight Devin Haney? Who does he fight? Let's go, champions. All right, let's see real quick if we actually go to some of the guys that are available. Somebody mentioned Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Okay, that's fine. But who else? Who else is in line? At 135. Devin Haney got all the belts. Except for the WBA. I guess both of them got that. Damn, man. It's pretty much Devin, man. It is pretty much that. I mean, Tank's either Tank State. Who he's gonna have to fight some of these guys, man. I don't know how long Gervonta Davis can avoid a fight with a Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson. There's pretty much nowhere to really run. And then you got some of the young guys, the young hungry dogs coming up. Got my man Keyshawn Davis in there. Still got Cambosos. Nobody want to see Cambosos, though, versus Tank. Yeah, I don't want to see that. Who else? Let me see. Yeah, I think Isaac Cruz is probably one of those guys that'll definitely be on the comeback, man. William Cepeda's in there. I think William Cepeda could probably make a good fight with Gervonta. Ryan Garcia is definitely leaving out of it. Do you guys really think Ryan Garcia is out of there? 1, 2, 3? You think he's really out of there at 135? He's going directly to 140. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how that pans out after a couple of weeks of just chilling and kind of saying to yourself, like, hey man, maybe I could go another shot in this division. Okay, Robert the Genius says Ryan should fight the loser of Haney Loma. I mean, does that happen though? Does that really happen? I don't know. He should fight him, but I don't know if you guys saw last night, man. Gervonta Davis did not want to speak about Devin. It's my moment, he says. I don't know. I don't want to speak on him. I don't know. I think there's like there's some bad blood there. Something's going on. And y'all know, man, Floyd Mayweather, for a second there looked like he was on team Devin Haney and Tank was on the opposite side. But as you guys saw last night, Floyd's always there to give advice and support Tank Davis. And I don't know, man. I think that little heat between him and Devin, the stem from that and that time, I think that's still there. That's still boiling up. And I think the Tank and Devin would be the fight to see, but I don't know if Tank gives him the opportunity, right? You gotta listen. At the end of the day, he don't gotta fight you. There's plenty other guys out there he could fight. He could fight Shakur. You know, that's a great fight. But he could fight Shakur, and he could also fight. Well, obviously he would lose to Vasily. Even if Vasily lost, I don't know if that's something that. Yeah, I don't think if Vasily loses, nobody wants to see that. Yeah, he could fight Shakur, but top dogs, man. Yeah, it's Shakur and Shakur and Isaac. See Frank Martin. Ah, God. Do we want to see Davis in there with an in between fight? Or do we want to see him in a top notch fight again, like we just did? He didn't take punishment. Be honest with you, I mean, Gervonta Davis can't even say I got to take one off and fight some other guy. I mean, look, there's a financial structure to this, so why not take an easier fight real quick, kind of chill out, make some money? I don't know. I don't know if that's the best route for it financially, but that usually happens when a fighter's like been hurt and he was in a war, and I don't think Gervonta Davis was in a war at all, dog. Both of those guys look like they could go to the fucking bar afterwards, club, whatever, fucking hang out, and it'd be like they never fought. Guys did not have anything. After all the rah-rah, I'm going to break your jaw and all that shit. I mean, look, that left hand in the second round, that shit looked like it stiffened up that jaw. Didn't break it, but these guys both look fresh, man, afterwards. Look fresh. I don't know how much damage Ryan Garcia took to that, liver shot / floating ribs. I don't know if, sometimes ribs can be bruised and takes time to heal. And sometimes you don't know if, they were already messed up to begin with, or you've taken damage in sparring. It doesn't necessarily even have to be like major damage, but you just don't know. Am I the only one that kind of freaked out when Tank Davis hit Ryan Garcia with that body shot? Immediately, Ryan Garcia's nose started gushing. That to me was like, whoa, what the hell just happened? It was kind of surprising. I don't know if it was from a previous shot or something. I don't know. Maybe you guys could chime in on that. But like when he got hit with that left shot, oh shit. My man's nose was like it's pouring. Pretty much done dizzy. Let me see right now. Okay. I'm going to check out the phone lines. If nobody's calling in, it's all good, champions. It's Sunday. We're hanging out. Post-fight, just talking and shooting the shit, man. It was a great fight. We got to see two top guys. I mean, it was pretty much a Floyd De La Hoya type shit, man. It was great. After the fight, Floyd in there talking mad shit, talking their shit to De La Hoya. Hoya's like, fuck it, we made money, and you got to be proud of Ryan Garcia, man. If I'm De La Hoya, I'm still fucking like shit, man. Ryan Garcia is the shit. It's nothing really to be, nothing to be sad about. But yeah, the celebration, you got to wonder and shit, man. Some of the questions too, man, that they asked Garcia are fucking hilarious, man. Sometimes I'm like, he's like, so why is it that you couldn't get up? I don't know who that was, man. Ah, shit. I don't know if it was one of the smaller platforms, but some guy was asking at the post press conference, like, okay, so like, what happened? Like, why couldn't you get up? It looked like you told yourself to get up, but then you couldn't get up. Oh gosh, man. This shit is fucking hilarious, dog. I didn't even know how to fucking answer that. Anthony Johnson says Ryan's nose was gushing. Shit, hell yeah, dude. That shit was a leaky faucet. That shit was leaked. And it worried me because you get punched in the fucking stomach and you bleed out your nose. Like, fuck, man. He hit him with the Mortal Kombat. Hard shot, man. Devastating shot. That's how Campbell must have felt when he got hit by Garcia. It's like, ugh. It's like you're getting stabbed. Oh, snap. Looks like my better half is home. And it's Sunday, y'all, man. Listen, I just wanted to tune in. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel, all right? The boxing content is on the Boxing Biz YouTube channel. I don't, well, I'm actually streaming to both channels. The only reason I am doing that is because I want us to get to 1,000 on the Alex Doomsday Lioness channel, just to open up a couple of things. You know, Dumatron Beyond this, I do it for free. You guys open up some opportunities for me if you get me to that 1,000. So, you know, I could make some, you know, little extra skrill. It don't matter to me right now, man. If anything, if you need your taxes done, make sure you definitely reach out to the Dumatron and I'll get you guys right. Honey, I'm home over here. Just got here. So I'm going to go eat because I'm hungry. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live. Listen, the Saturday and Sunday show has been pretty solid. Okay, so just roll with that for now with me. Saturday is 3 p.m. breakdown show, and the Sunday 3 p.m. You know, post fight show, or you know, the next day show, whatever show you want to call it, but you know, is where we discuss the actual fights. And you know, stay tuned because tonight I will be dropping an episode at 7 p.m. on the Alex Doomsday Lioness channel. Interview with Dr. Alex Leombarski, who is a chiropractor. Has been in the field for 20 plus years, and he's actually my chiropractor. And I'm on my road to recovery, and I've learned a lot. And I just wanted to share it with all my champions out there. You know, I've been having these men's health episodes, and I'm going to continue to have them on Monday. We fell short on a couple of weeks. It's been a very busy tax season, so forgive me. But we'll go back on to the Monday 10 p.m. show, men's health. There's definitely some topics that have been thrown my way. Hair loss for men's hair loss is one of them. There's a couple other topics I'll add to the community poll, so stay tuned for those today. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys always for tuning in with us. We discussed Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, and the results. And we hope to see Gervonta Davis against some of these top guys. Man, I wouldn't want him to go back into some of these, you know, in-between fights. Do I like Isaac Pitbull Cruz fight? Yes, I do, but only if it really has to be, because the next fight, I would really like it to be with one of these top guys. And how much time, how much more marination does a fight like Shakur need to happen? Only you and the others know, because I do not know. You know, sometimes we wait for certain fights. So it's all up to the fighters ultimately. And if the money's right, that's when you push the button. It was the perfect time to push the button for Garcia and Davis, and we got a good fight. So again, guys, thank you for tuning in. My man Fale Culo says, thanks for the show, Doomsday. Take care, fam. You too, Champy. Everybody, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tune in Friday with us on the Boxing Biz at 3 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. Alex Doomsday Line is 10 p.m. on Mondays for the men's health episode. Come on, man. Get me to that 1,000. Come on. Now let me get out of here before my food gets cold. If y'all don't mind, let me see. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. I'm out of here. Cheese. Bell rings. Get in the square circle. It's time. The Boxing Biz podcast is live. Call in and state your mind, but get checked if you're stepping out of line. Jab right hand combination. We interviewing fighters from every nation. The phone lines are busy. Have some patience. Your 3 minutes are up. No more conversations. The Boxing Biz, where we handle our business. Handle your business. We handle